if you got a girl, don't mean no disrespect, but thoughts of you rule my world. Hi everyone, welcome back to Happy Hour Talks. My name is Ruth.
And I'm China.
And today's episode is something different. We are going to be reading some articles from Am I the Asshole? So, China, have you ever been in a situation where you knew you were being an asshole and you just didn't care?
Yeah, plus I'm pretty delusional, so I'll find a way to convince myself that I'm not in the wrong. It's only been with age that I've gotten better at, learning how to not be, I guess, the victim.
Yeah, for sure. And same, especially with my siblings. I'm the youngest, so I just be being
Right.
annoying. But today, again, we're going to go through some of the topics and see if people are in the wrong. So,
For
Miss
sure.
China, take the lead.
Okay, so this first AITA has to do with family. Okay. AITA for not association with my mother's new family. My mom, 52, had an affair 7 years ago. My father, 54, was devastated and they divorced, and mom went and lived with her affair partner and got pregnant. My father was a broken man. He is a sweet and great guy, but he is sensitive. Before, he was always happy, bubbly, and he was a wonderful and joyful man, but after, he became so depressed. He tried so hard to hide it from me, but I could still hear him cry at night, and he stopped with his hobbies, and he was just severely depressed. It took him years of work to get through the betrayal, and now he's finally doing better. So after the divorce, I decided to just live with my father. We were closer than me and my mom, and I was just so angry with my mom for how she hurt my dad that, going to stay with her partner and her just was not the best idea. It felt like an insult to my dad. So I went no contact after my mom had her baby, and I didn't speak to her for 4 years, but she kept trying to get in contact with me. So after 4 years, I started seeing my mom again, and we would go and eat at a restaurant. But I did this on the terms that she cannot bring up her new family, and that worked. But recently, she started to bring up her family and the affair, I guess supposedly because my little brother, the child that she had in the affair, has been asking about me. I shut that down quickly with my mom and told her I would go no contact if she tried to get us to meet. But now my maternal grandparents are telling me I should reconsider. I even got a call from my mom's affair partner, but I hung up on him after some well chosen words from my side. So now I have no desire to meet my little brother or the stepdad, because I think that if I did, that it's disrespectful to my dad. And I don't want my mom to get the wrong idea ever thinking that I'm okay with what she did, because I'm not. My terms were clear when I started contact with my mother again, and this is a hill that I am willing to die on. So, am I the asshole?
Sheesh. First of all, my only thing is it's a baby. Like not wanting to see your younger sibling is kind of crazy, but I also like see where she's coming from. So with the two parents or like the mother, she can hold her mother accountable as well as this. I don't know about the stepdad because he might have not known, but the mother should be held accountable. What are your thoughts?
Without a doubt, there isn't enough conversation in that synopsis on if the mom really like apologized thoroughly, or if that was ever resolved. And it just seemed that hurt wasn't truly acknowledged. So just like trying to slide past the hurt and not acknowledging it, but expecting the girl to be cool with her little brother is crazy to me. So she's not the asshole to me. I would do the same. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even be speaking to the mom. Maybe when the little brother got old enough to be out on his own, maybe I would start a relationship then. But other than that, they wouldn't hear from me.
Okay, yeah. I agree with you, but I do think she's Ada when it comes to, taking some of her frustrations out on a little kid who wasn't involved. But other than that, that's it. So I think we concluded that she is not an Ada in most aspects.
Without the doubt.
Okay, cool. So the next topic we're going to be talking about is relationships, and rather than romantic relationships, I want to cover platonic relationships. So the title is Ada, or Am I the Asshole for Wanting to Have Fun Without Constantly Worrying About My Friend with a Depression? Hey everyone, I'm dealing with a tough situation and I need some honest opinions. I have a friend, let's call her L, who has been battling depression and anxiety for over a decade. Since high school, my other friends, let's call her A, and I have been her main support system. However, lately, I'm feeling drained. The issue is that every time we're together, whether it's just our trio or with other friends, the conversation inevitably revolves around L and her problems. If A or I try to talk about anything else, L interrupts to express how bad she's feeling. This has made our outings very uncomfortable, especially when we're with other friends who aren't part of our close circle. I understand that Elle is going through a tough time and I want to support her, but is it selfish of me to want moments of fun and light conversations without everything revolving around her problems? I appreciate your opinions. Okay, I don't think she is Ada. I don't think she is the asshole, right? But I do think at some point you should be, like listening to your friends and trying to help them go through whatever you can help with, but also you're not someone's therapist. Also, I've been in situations where I was like the friend who seemed like a therapist and wanted to help other people, but it ended up draining me. And the person kept making the same bad decisions over and over and over again, leading her to a depression. So, overall, I do not think this person is an Ada. What are your thoughts, China?
Great point. I mean, I feel like I've had friends that are in that space. I've been in that space. Definitely not Ada, but there needs to be an explicit conversation letting that friend know, hey, I'm not your friend that you are going to be able to vent to all the time. This is either the work of a therapist or you need a friend that's more emotionally intelligent than me. Um, that friend has been going through depression for a decade. So it's been a long battle, but just having that conversation, even if it's awkward, having that conversation, letting them know, like, hey, I can't really do this anymore because you don't understand in the midst of your depression how to facilitate positive conversation. You don't get it and you won't get it. And I understand why you don't get it, but I can't be that friend anymore. So definitely not Ada, but I think they need to have an explicit conversation. And some people get a little worried if I'm blunt with them. I don't want them to do anything that they might harm themselves, but you're harming yourself by continuing to be friends with somebody who's draining you. And, like for me, when it comes to friendships, you got to ask yourself, what do you get out of it? And if you feel like you're putting in more than you're getting out, the friendships ran its course, unless you really want to work for it or fight for it, I guess. But
Yeah, and that's the scary thing though. Like people who are going through depression, you might be their last resort, their last like light. So it is a very difficult thing. But just know that whatever happens, it's not your fault. You did your best as a friend. And just maybe look for resources for your friend rather than, taking everything in. So yes, definitely not the Ada in our opinion.
for sure. I was going to say that's a good idea. Send them resources, send them a link to a therapist that you know is awesome, or if there's like an app that might help mindful thinking or something, I definitely send them that. So,
Yeah. Okay. And then the last topic we want to cover is work. So, is this person an ADA at work? The title is Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my best friend's birthday celebration? This is another topic. But also, what are your thoughts on that? Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my best friend's birthday celebration if they're not cool? Like if they
oh, no, definitely not Ada. I was just thinking about that. I've definitely had a situation where people couldn't make my birthday or I couldn't make theirs. And maybe we have fallen off. So I'm confused on why they invited me in the first place. But, it's like, no, if you know it's going to be awkward or if you know it might not be a good experience, uh-uh.
I'm the type I'll probably show up. Because it's like, whatever.
Now, if it's a baby shower, I'll come for the food.
Oh, not for the kid. Okay, okay. Okay. This one is am I the asshole for complimenting a new girl's appearance at work? Okay, I, 24 male, work at a small tech company that mostly is male dominated. Last week we had a new girl join. I tried to be as nice as possible and make people fit in. I gave her a tour of the office, told her about our roles and projects, what we were working on, introduced her to the other staff, and more. I casually told her that I liked her eyes. They were blue. She said thanks, and that was mostly it. The real issue came later on. Our group was having a meeting around 5 people together. The new girl was in on it, and she actually made an insightful comment about the project that impressed me. I looked at the other guys and said, "Wow, she is smart and cute." The other guys laughed, but I followed up that but that's a great point. Thanks for bringing that up to her, and we moved on. Later on, a higher up told me that she complained about me because of my comments and asked me to refrain from making those comments in the future. I was genuinely confused because I wasn't insulting her and thought she's been a great addition to the team. That's why I made this post. I did tell other guys at work that she complained about my comment and they all sided with me that it was all lighthearted. One of them even said that if she is going to be a buzzkill, to not include her if we go out after work for happy hours or other events. Is he the asshole, China?
Yeah, a little bit, anyways. I mean, think about it. If a middle aged man at work, or even if they're your age, was like flirting with you and stuff, that would make me uncomfy. I mean, you telling me you like my shirt is one thing, or that my hair looks nice today is one thing. But once we start to get into the cute, pretty, beautiful, sexy, hot, that's when it's like, okay, now I'm getting uncomfy. Now I'm wondering if I need to move. I don't know, just be careful how I move with you because you saw I don't know if she verbalized it, maybe she was afraid of confrontation, but you saw the moment when she decided to go to HR instead of, I guess, having that conversation like, don't say that again. They immediately started in with the icing her out. We're not going to invite her to work events or after hours, like, girl, ladies are not delusional. We're not delusional when we're saying stuff like this is a problem. And I get it. What if it's vice versa? What if a middle-aged woman is complimenting some young whippersnapper at work like, "Oh, you're looking so fine and dandy today." What if he has a problem? Well, he should say something to her. And if she's disrespectful or dismissive, go to HR. We're entering a new time, a new day, and you have to think about what you say because you really never know. Maybe she had an experience at a previous job where someone at the workplace was stalking her and they used to call her cute and stuff. You just never know.
I agree. So, number one, complimenting a woman's eyes is kind of too deep initially, like, your eyes are so pretty, it's blue. First of all, no. And even you talked about commenting on like someone's hair. So, as a black girl, I like to switch up my hair. And I don't want people talking about my hair at work. You see me, you know it's different. Just be like, don't comment on it. Just let me live. And then the fact that you will say like you're pretty and smart, like, yes, outside of work, maybe that's okay and seen as a compliment, but professionally, that's not okay at all. And the fact that they did leave her out kind of shows like what their thought process was. Like, oh, we can't hang out with you because you don't like us complimenting you or you don't want us, the male gaze, to look at you. So yeah, I think overall he is Ada and his friends and coworkers are Ada also for leaving her out.
That's the thing. It's like they immediately proved her point when they started leaving her out. Like, would he still be complimenting her if she wasn't attractive? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a subconscious there that is telling him to push the envelope a little bit. Oh yeah, that was a great idea. She's smart. She's obviously capable. If she got hired, she doesn't really need your compliment. But then you want to sprinkle a little and you look cute and you have beautiful deep eyes, blue as the ocean. Like, please sit down. So
And not being mean, but I wonder if he would have said the same thing about her like intelligence and stuff if he didn't think she was pretty. So because you thought she was so valuable at that moment when you could call her pretty, how come you decided to leave her out of like future meetings and contributing if she was so bright. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want to miss out on the opportunity because someone is so pretty, or were you saying that to just butter her up?
For sure. He wants to get to know her. That's what that's about. We already know.
Would you have reported it to HR?
Mm, I don't think I would have reported it. And that's the problem. We let shit slide. You know, maybe it is something that you should be reporting. But for me, it'd have to be like a repeated thing before I open up a case with HR. When it comes to stuff like that, if it was like racism, oh yeah, all it takes is one compliment and I'm going. But something like that, I just kind of let it slide. What about you?
I wouldn't. Again, it would have to be like continuously, and like if you start touching me differently, just anything like that, yes. But a quick compliment, it would make me feel uncomfy, and that's unfair to me. But I wouldn't report it as soon as possible to HR. Okay, and I think those are the only major topics we wanted to cover today. Please let us know your thoughts on some of what we've discussed. Are people AITAs? Have you ever been an AITA? And share any stories you have with us in the comments below. But other than that, China, do you have anything else you would like to cover?
I don't. I'm about to look through more of these Reddit threads because they're kind of spicy.
Yes. And this was fun to film, so I'm pretty sure we'll do more in the future. All right, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will talk to you all later. See ya.
Bye.